before we get really started here and start talking about Goldberg, I just want to say RIP to the Hulkster, man. Hulkamania will run wild forever because of this man. And look, I know, I know. He said some quite frankly, just racist thing. I know he said some racist thing. I know y'all looking and you're thinking, why should we listen to this dude? Of course he doesn't care about what he said. Well, I do. I had a Mexican fiance and a white family in the South. I've had to almost scrap my own family because of so I've knocked a couple heads in high school with some white friends that got a little too comfortable around me. So I get it. I get the just nastiness that people can be. I really do. I get it. I've seen it. I've never experienced it directly, but indirectly, I guess, with my fiance. But it's neither here nor there. I understand what he said. What I don't understand is everybody treating this man like he's Chris Benoit. All right, this man is not Chris Benoit. He apologized to the locker room for his racist comments. He apologized to the public on Good Morning America for his racist comments and said there's no excuse. Did what he say was really, really nasty? Yes, it was probably one of the worst things you could say. But at the same time, he made a big mistake and he owned up to it. He could have doubled down and be like, man, I'll feel how I feel. I'm a grown man. I've built a company pretty much from the ground up, alongside the man who took it over from his father. I'm rich and I'll do and say what I please. And if you don't like it, then turn off the TV. He could have been a real asshole about the situation, But he was like, he beat himself up. He was trying to change. He got like rebaptized and everything. I feel like he was trying to go down the path that of redemption, but obviously he didn't have the public swayed enough, which is fine. You don't have to like him, you don't have to respect him and all that, but at least respect the opinion of people that and before I say this, look, I get both sides. I'm completely neutral. If you check my Twitter, I was actually one of his criticizers. I hated Hulk Hogan, because of the things he said. But like, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, you don't have to agree with me. When someone dies, you really have to look like at the big picture, like, all right, they're gone. They're dead. Their family has to deal with the criticism. Did they really do something bad enough that warrants hate on their grave? Hating on a dead person. Hating on the dead is just a different type of level of anger. And I understand people's anger. I'm not mad at the people that, spit on his grave and all that. I get it. But at the same time, like, you have to understand, he's not Chris Benoit. He didn't ruin anybody's lives by saying that, if that makes sense. He didn't alter anybody's life in a negative way. He might have upset you and hurt your feelings. And I'm not going to sit here and boo-hoo wah. It's 100% justified. Why some people feel the way they feel. But also, you have to look at the other side, man. You have to. And be like, man, he formed a lot of childhoods and he warmed a lot of hearts. And one of the things that I saw that really made me think of this and really made me go neutral and go from the side of, fuck this man, this racist, piece of shit, because that, I was sharing, Iron Sheik memes that said fuck Hogan with quotation. I was doing the most. I was laughing when Hogan got booed at his last Raw. But then, when he died, I'm just like, I see all the racist comments, or not the racist comment, I see all the comments about him being like racist, and I'm like, kind of had to expect this, right? But then everybody started sharing like the memories, and I'm gonna show you a clip right here. One of the warmest moments you will ever see. And I saw this moment, and it's really like, man, he said some fucked up shit, but I don't think he was a bad person. He was a compulsive liar. I will say that. The man lied a lot. But that was also during the times that he said that racist shit. So, we don't know. We didn't get to see the redemption arc of Hogan. We never got that chance. So I just want to show you this clip. Maybe it could hey, you as a black person, as a Mexican person, as a colored person, I get it. If you see this clip and you're like, hey, that's all fine and sweet, but fuck him, cool. You are well within your rights to do that. He said some nasty shit. He did. And so I'm gonna show you this video real quick.
Let me tell you something, brother. When you walk in this beat shop, I'm surprised that you still got the shirt on, Jack.
Well, let me tell you something, Hulkster. The first time I met you, I was only 3 years old, but now I'm 6 years old. So now we gotta take it to a bigger level, man. Just like when you put that no good stinking giant over your head and slammed them right through the table in front of 93,000 Hulkamaniacs. So what are they gonna do when the power of the Hulkster and the roaster and the dual 24-inch pythons run wild on you?
I am a real American. I can't use this song because it's copywritten. And also, remind everybody, just a real quick side piece, since Hogan passed and Scott Hall passed, Kevin Nash is now the last standing member of the NWO. That's crazy. But back to my point. Love them, hate them, respect them, don't respect them, hold a grudge against them. I think everybody's right. The people that are lifting them up and saying this man was an icon and he shaped a business and WWE would not be, it wouldn't, I was going to say it would not be where it is today, but it just would not be at all if it wasn't for Hogan. That's just a fact. You can hate him, but that's a fact. Another fact is he was racist at one point. But I really do feel that he was trying to make that up and trying to, I'm not going to say he wasn't racist. I'm not going to be that person. But I really think he was trying to change that, about himself. I really got that. But Goldberg and his Saturday Night Main Event retirement has been trending for almost 2 weeks now, and that's the magic number, 2 weeks, because Goldberg said in 2 weeks, and that was about 2 weeks ago, his contract's up with WWE and he'll be able to say more. Right now, he can't really say nothing, but he's pissed.
They cut me off 30 seconds into my speech, bro. You don't do that. But, it's all good. It's all good.
But in a Fightful Selects backstage report podcast, Sean Ross Sapp revealed WWE actually tried to apologize. I was told that someone within the company apologized to Goldberg for the interview getting cut off as quick as it did. But those that I spoke with were adamant that it was not intentional. It wasn't an intentional disrespect thing for Goldberg to have his speech cut off. They said they weren't shocked by Goldberg's reaction, and it's no shit, I've never been the biggest fan of Goldberg, since. And it doesn't stop there, because Goldberg has a history of just injuring everybody he's in the ring with. WWE referee Charles Robinson revealed he suffered a cracked rib due to Goldberg's spear at Saturday Night's Main Event. I guess he should have taken a page out of Bret Hart's book back in the WCW days and just wear a steel plate. I guess everybody should have been wearing a steel plate that was in there with Goldberg because of his history, including Goldberg, because it actually came out that Goldberg actually said that Thursday he suffered a hand injury during his retirement match against Gunther at Saturday Night's Main Event. So the man can't even not hurt himself, let alone everybody that he's in charge of keeping safe. So I've never been a really big Goldberg fan. I love Bret Hart, and you know, so yeah. But at the but at the same time, it's kind of a less extreme thing than Hogan, but kind of the same thing, to where it's kind of like a less extreme like thing with like Hulk Hogan. It's kind of the same thing. It's where like I can kind of see both sides, because like I said, never been a fan of Goldberg, but like a Hall of Famer getting cut off 30 seconds into his retirement speech is actually crazy. And you know, Goldberg, you know, did make a good point.
So they wouldn't do that to Taker, right? I don't think they wouldn't. They're not going to do that to Cena. Cena's going around the world doing his retirement thing.
And to be fair, he did apologize to Charles Robinson. Said, yeah, I mean, here's the deal. I asked for Charles to be there. Charles and I have a long history. Charles has taken that before. Talking about the spear, I hope. No diddy. And I might have broken a rib last time. Charles is I'm not going to say a Reliance. What? A Renai? I don't know what that word means. I'm not going to lie. But dude is indestructible. I don't know how old he is, but he's taken a spear a number of times. A lot of times. More power to him. I love him to death, but I do apologize for the rib, and it will heal like the other one did. So bro just openly admits, yeah, he's taken that spear before, and I think the last time I hit him with it, I broke his rib last time too. And you wonder why people hate you, bruh? Anyway, but this is what Bret Hart had to say about that situation. Bro said, everyone in the arena is unsafe when he's around. That goes for wrestlers, referees, fans. I mean, even the popcorn guy needs his eyes peeled. He's so right, bro. Well, I don't know why Goldberg is so well liked. Like, I don't get it, bro. Bro is a danger and a menace to anybody he steps in the ring with. And a lot of people are starting to catch on to the fact that he's not the best wrestler. And they're starting to call him ungrateful.
Listen, Bill Goldberg, as a Jewish guy who's in wrestling and loves wrestling myself, obviously I appreciate his contributions. I cannot believe the complaints about his send-off. Have you guys ever noticed that the people who are the most overbooked, the most over-celebrated, are always the ones who complain? The man got a 15-minute match. It should have been a squash. Let's be honest. He should have gotten Goldberg. He should have been speared and taken out. The man's pushing 60 years old, hasn't looked good in the ring, some would say ever, but certainly not in the last few years. And get a few words live on television and complains about his mic getting cut off. First of all, people, watch the product. NBC goes when the show ends, every single time. They do not wait. The NBC, this is network TV. It's not USA, it's not Netflix, it's NBC. They go when they go. Do you know how many people better than Goldberg, their send-off was, we wish them the best in their future endeavors? All right? Do you know how many? You should be thanking your lucky stars for the money you've made and the appreciation you've gotten, which many don't even feel is fully deserved. To complain, I'm so disappointed.
I mean, and that's facts, bro. I mean, like it or not, bro. That's facts. He should have gotten the boot, pun intended, when he kicked Bret Hart in the head and cost him his career. I mean, that he should have. And actually, Goldberg actually prevented his son from signing. WWE's trying this new like contractual deal. It's called a NIL, next in line. It's when someone is they're good at another sport other than WWE, but WWE has a eye on them, and so that they're basically granted 5-digit like low income salary. You know, like they're not a part of the roster yet. They're getting paid because WWE actually has like an eye on them, and I think they like start to train them just a little bit. You know, and Goldberg actually denied Gage, his son, from going into the WWE. He claims it's because it was a low salary, but I'm having a little bit of suspicion that it's because of this whole Saturday Night Main Event deal. Yeah, it's been about 2 weeks since he said that it's going to be 2 weeks until he can speak more on it. I have a feeling he's going to speak more on it. So, I mean, what do y'all think? Do y'all think he's being ungrateful? Do you think he was never that good? Do you think WWE... Actually, you know, Peter made a good point. It's not even WWE. It's the network. Do you think he got done dirty? Not intentionally, but, like, do you think he got done dirty? Or do you think he should have got... I remember there was a quote by Bret Hart. He said, I would have cut him off as soon as his entrance music started. Bro, Bret Hart hates this, man. With justified cause. I mean, right here. I would have cut it off sooner than the network did. I would have cut it as soon as his music started for his entrance. So one last thing before we go, I just want to say RIP to the Rock and Roll Hall of Famer and the WWE Hall of Famer, the legendary, iconic Prince of Darkness, Ozzy Osbourne. Let's not forget when he played live on SmackDown back in 2007, a true icon in rock and roll, in WWE, and in life. He will be missed. And coming from someone who grew up on Ozzy and who grew up on Hogan, I want to say thank you for your contributions to my childhood. Thank you guys for joining me for this first episode of Short Fuse 411. Try to get together an MMA one, but thank you for joining me. Peace.